Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The SES says a forecast change in the weather could lead to more flash flooding in parts of the Hunter today. A severe weather warning is current for heavy rain at times and dangerous winds gusting up to 90 km per hour this afternoon. Major flooding is continuing along Wallumbye Brook at Bulga, which is expected to reach 6.6 metres this afternoon. The Wallumbye Brook at Wallumbye is expected to reach the moderate flood level of 8.6 metres by about 10 this morning. There are concerns the strong winds could cause trees to topple over. Already this morning, firefighters and the SES were called out just before 5 to clear a tree which fell across the northern off-ramp of the inner city bypass at Hillsborough. Former rugby league star Jared Hayne will learn his fate next month after being found guilty of raping a woman in Newcastle 3 years ago. He was convicted of 2 counts of sexual intercourse without consent yesterday and faces a maximum 14 years jail for each offence. Speaking outside Sydney District Court after the verdict, Hayne continued to maintain his innocence.
I'd rather go to jail knowing I spoke the truth than be a free man living a lie. I was straight up from the start. It's unfortunate, it's disappointing. But at the end of the day, if that's what they've come to the decision. I respect that, and I'm back on the 6th of May, I think.
Hayne has been released on a $50,000 surety and must report daily to police ahead of his sentencing hearing in Newcastle. Hunter Veteran Support Agencies are welcoming a motion calling for a royal commission into veteran suicide passing through the Senate. The commission gained bipartisan support, with Scott Morrison saying he will not object, despite saying a permanent commissioner would be a better option. The federal government still needs to confirm they will now call the commission. Newcastle Legacy President Lorraine O'Connor says the Commission's recommendations must be funded.
We need a lot of support from the community, and the only way we're going to get that is by pushing to have a Royal Commission take place. And not only the Royal Commission doing that, but we need those recommendations to be implemented, and that's the important thing. And that's funding. It comes down to funding from the government.
The Hunter is set to share in a $2 million federal fund to help job seekers back into work in the wake of the pandemic. $95,000 will help the region's hospitality workforce. The money is going to 15 projects, providing non-accredited training to at least 30 participants, providing 30 hours of work placement to prepare them for work in the region's restaurants. Grants of up to $750 are available to Lake Macquarie organisations participating in NAIDOC Week celebrations this July. Council seeking to fund community events which celebrate the Indigenous connection to the land. Mayor Kay Fraser says applications must be made by this Sunday.
We'll be giving priority to applications that can highlight partnerships and collaboration with other organisations. And we're looking for those that demonstrate originality in their practical cultural component.
And there's been another minor earthquake in the Hunter Valley overnight. The magnitude 3 quake hit just before 1 a.m. near the Mount Arthur coal mine south of Muswellbrook.
2NURFM Sport.
Newcastle Knights halfback Mitchell Pearce says he still has plenty he wants to achieve in the game ahead of his 300th NRL appearance this Sunday against the West Tigers. Coach Adam O'Brien has commended Pearce for his performances so far this season.
Yeah, he's really clear on the field. That's the thing that stands out for me. I thought on the weekend his kicking game, that's what I was really pleased with.
Meanwhile, Knights officials have accepted a 2-match suspension for 5'8" Phoenix Crossland for a Grade 2 crusher tackle against the Warriors. Newcastle golfer Josh Richards is expecting to return to competition for this week's Concord Golf Championship. This marks the first return to competition for the 18-year-old since fracturing his fibula earlier this year. The Newcastle University Women's Rugby Sevens side is preparing for the first round of the AON Women's National University Sevens Series to be played this weekend. And Newcastle basketballer Katie Ebsery has moved back to the East Coast from Perth ahead of the Tokyo Games to be held later this year. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 8, 18, 42, 6, 24 and 21, and the supplementaries are 23 and 37. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.